everybody, and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm LB Hackemup, and this is the LB Hackemup channel. And tonight we're playing Playthings of the Gods, which is our D&D homebrew stream. I am joined, as always, by my dear friends, and we will get to them in just a second. But I just want to remind you that today is, oh my god, July 25th, 2021, and you are loved. Just want to remind everybody of that at the beginning of the stream because you are, and we care about you, and we want you to take care of yourselves. So, moving on from that word of wisdom, or words of wisdom, we're going to go around and introduce our cast, starting with, of course, our Miss Savvy Seaworth.
Hello, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I am here every Sunday night doing this. When I'm not here, you can also find me on twitch.tv/game nights. It's game with two G's and nights with a K. That's my home channel where we play all manner of tabletop and video games. But today I am playing Alhena, who is a centaur, a Circle of the Stars druid.
Thank you very much for joining me, as always. And very specially tonight, Miss Tanya, it's her birthday! Happy birthday, Tanya!
Thank you.
I promise I won't kill your character tonight.
Okay, good. Now I really like it.
Okay.
I know. My name is Tanya Rowland. You can find me on Things, or you can find my podcast, Spider Facts with Billy, where I pretend to be an 8-year-old boy, and it's really weird, but entertaining nonetheless. But tonight, I will be Moxie, a tiefling, a bard of the College of Glamour.
Thank you so much, and we hope you have a great game today because it is a very special day for you. You're turning 26, so
yep,
very happy about that. And next up, actually to round out our cast for the evening, because we have a trimmed down cast for a couple of reasons, but we'll get into that. Miss Rachel, why don't you tell them who you are, who you're playing?
Well, hello. I'm Rachel. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth. Tonight I will be playing Talon, the Elven Beastmaster Ranger, with her trusty Bloodhawk sidekick Root, hanging out back here over my shoulder. I don't know. That's all I got.
And we are down a Kelly tonight. She is having some family stuff going on. So, and as you can see, the overlay has changed because unfortunately Sarah has had to step away from the game due to work stuff, which is more important. But that sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean to make it sarcastic. Shit, work stuff is more important than D&D. We all know this. We all understand. So, I just wanted to say that we are glad that you guys are here. Everyone who is supporting us in chat, thank you so much for the bits, Pug, and the subscription, Savvy. Appreciate you. But we are going to get started in the game. We are going to have Rachel do our recap from last time. I know it's been a couple weeks, so we all need a little bit of a refresher. I know where we're sitting. Y'all might not. All right, go ahead, Rachel. Take it over.
All right. Previously on Playthings of the Gods, when our adventurers woke up, they all looked around to make sure that the previous night, Talon dying and then being brought back to life actually happened. Seemed like a dream, but seeing as though she had a tattoo of a dagger on her arm from the Blood Queen and her blood was still covering the stage, it definitely did happen. Wanting to open the magical door to the library and knowing they needed sunlight, Talon of the Stroke of Brilliance grabbed a mirror to deflect the light from a window onto the door. The door opened, they walked through the library, up the stairs to the mysterious door that Nazira and Nose had found. The hallway felt too long for the size of the tower, and obviously something mysterious was afoot. They opened the door at the end of the hall, and Nazira noted how now it seemed appeared to be abandoned. When she and Nose had come up here, it seemed recently occupied, with a fire burning, candles lit, and cauldron bubbling. They began to look around the room, touching things here and there, and as they blink, Talon finds herself in a different position, bound to a chair next to all of her friends, whom are also bound to chairs. And they appear to be frozen in place. Moxie wakes up, the Nizmat. They look around to see a woman standing before them. Alhena and Nazira then wake up, and Nazira asks the woman why they're tied up. And the woman asks why they were trespassing. Her name was Eleanor Shorthand, and the tower they were in was hers. She was irritated with the fact that despite her magical obstacles, they had still managed to make it all the way up there. Eleanor was the wizard from the ghost story that they were chasing and was in fact not trying to attack the sky. Placated with Talon's tea and promises not to attack her, she set them free and told them her story. She'd met a beautiful woman once upon a time, Jessica, a cleric of Selune, and they fell in love. Jessica ended up cursed, and Eleanor built a tower hoping to research and find a way to end her curse, but eventually she succumbed to it. Selune turned Jessica into a star, and once a cycle, Eleanor goes out into the night sky and sends a signal to her lover, and Jessica sends her one in response. Moxie asked Eleanor if she knew who her pop might be, and she scurried off to the library. When she came back laden with books, she asked Moxie several questions, and they came to the conclusion that it could be a few options. As Eleanor was listening to them, Moxie felt drawn to a couple in particular, but had a feeling that pop might be Asmodeus based on the picture feeling familiar. Eleanor gave her a book on devils as a gift. After questioning Talon about Shadowfell and Talon sending a mental message to the Blood Queen about maybe keeping an eye on this inquisitive wizard, they realized that there was nothing that they could do to help her with her research or dilemma, but agreed to bring her any newly written books they came across and some white wine if they found themselves back in this direction. Eleanor went down to kill the beast that attacked them before they came into the tower with one word. It was pretty impressive, and they were all impressed. She told them that they could access her library for one more day, but reiterated that any locked doors should remain locked with a pointed look at Nazira. Eleanor went upstairs to scold the musicians and then retreated back to her tower. They all spent the afternoon and into the evening reading and researching in the library, all adding to their knowledge. Talon set books aside for Moxie, who jammed with Nose and Bubble before joining the group in the library. Then Talon settled in and read about the Pondon family and moving between the planes. Nismet learned a few things about gardening, and Nazira researched Lolth, hoping to find some information about her kind. Alhena read about Valrhea and Solstice, diving deeper into their story and learning that they were actually a couple, I believe, right? That's what we actually learned.
Yes.
Thanks. I just wanted to make sure. It's been a long time, and that sounded weird in my head. Talon, feeling a lot more bold than usual after being brought back to life the previous evening, attempted to flirt with Edge using her fluency in several languages. It worked, and her friends were proud, and then those two faded to black. That night, Alhena dreamed. It started off pleasant, then she heard a familiar voice calling to her, and it felt more like a force pulling at her heart. It was her brother, and as she turned towards his voice, the scene changed, and she saw him in the middle of a bustling city being escorted away from her by two large figures. She followed as best she could and saw him being shut into a cart and taken away before she woke with a start. She told her friends about her dream and the bar that she saw the name of, the Spirit and Spirits, and they agreed that since Moxie and Azira knew it was in Waterdeep and they were headed there anyway, they really shouldn't waste any more time in getting there, as it felt like a vision more than a nightmare. They said their goodbyes and left the tower, with Canvas telling Talon that if the Blood Queen ever told them that she needed assistance, the words are hard, that if she ever needed assistance, they would come to her aid. They had 4 days of travel until they reached Moxie's circus outside Waterdeep, and Moxie filled them in as they traveled, all about the performers. As they camped, Moxie decided to try to connect with Pop again. As she reached out with her mind, she felt herself falling backwards and found herself in the void once again, surprising Pop and herself. She guessed at his name, taking a shot in the dark, and he revealed his true form to her, to be none other than Asmodeus. Moxie could not have been more excited, and he told her that she was the most important of his children, or grandchildren, depending on how you looked at it, because she was to help him in the future. He told her to focus on growing stronger and to continue on their quest for Valrhea. Moxie, very excited and full of affection for Pop, left the void and returned to her friends to tell them who he was and what he'd said, that the gods that had claimed them were all aligned on the same side for the war to come. And when we last left our adventurers, they were relaxing around their campfire, doing their normal nightly things. Nismat was absentmindedly watching the fire and noticed something shining in the embers, like a piece of metal. So she poked at it with a stick, and then realized that the fire was growing bigger, taller than it should for what fuel was in there. The rest of them finally noticed what was happening as the piece of metal grew bigger and bigger, with the fire morphing into armor, the flames 10 feet tall now as it shot flames towards Nismat.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your recaps as always. They are always an inspiration for me. So yeah, we rolled initiative off screen, and before this creature gets to act, Rachel, Talon is going to be going first. This creature, this fire elemental, just doused in this armor, roars in Nismat's direction and begins to huck a fireball at, or not a fireball in the D&D sense, but fire in the shape of a ball at Nismat. What would you like to do?
Not panic. Hopefully the ranger senses kick in, and I would like to how far away was I from her?
From her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys were all around the fire, so within 15 feet.
15 feet, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would like to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that first. If D&D Beyond would let me click on things. Oh, that's why.
Nay, I
Because
say.
I clicked it too many times. There we go. Because you can only click on 3 things if you only have 3 slots.
Right.
So I'm casting Zephyr Strike so I can move like the wind, not
Mhm.
do opportunity attacks. And then I'm going to try to attack this thing with
Sure.
my dagger that
Okay.
comes out of my wrist.
Perfect.
I'll throw it.
As you get close to it, you can feel the heat coming off of this thing, and you sort of realize that if you get too close to it, it will burn you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a hint for all of you, since there's 3 instead of 5 of you.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna throw the crimson hand.
All right, do it.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit. Do your damage.
10.
10 damage. All right. Good job. Anything else?
Explodies.
Yeah, you throw you take aim with this dagger and you throw it. Instead of flying end over end, it does fly very straight towards this creature, and it explodes upon impact. What kind of damage does it do? Does it just say
Piercing.
piercing? All right, cool. You see this thing explode, and it sparks across the armor of the elemental, and he kind of moves back slightly, but still it's taking aim at Nizmat. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Nope.
Right. Next up is Moxie.
All right, Moxie would like to cast Bane.
Do it.
So, okay. So, creature has to make charisma saving throws
Okay.
before my spell ends, and then take D4 and subtract that on their attack rolls.
All right. What kind of roll is it? Charisma?
Yes, charisma saving throws.
Ooh, that's a -2. How's a 12?
That does not pass.
All right. So I'm gonna take a -4 to what kinds of rolls?
His attack rolls.
Okay, that's a D4, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Yeah, and then as my bonus action, I want to do Mantle of Inspiration. So I can use a bardic inspiration to do 5 temporary HP to Talon, Savvy, and Nizmat.
All right.
And yeah, so they all get +5 HP.
All right.
Each creature can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
All right. So if you guys want to move closer or further away from this thing, you get the opportunity to do that right now without any penalty. But you have to use your reaction, which is fine. Anybody want to need to move? All right.
How close am I to the fire thing?
Within 15 feet.
Okay. I have resistance against fire. I don't think, well, I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay where I'm at for the moment.
Yes, I will change my mind. I'm going to move back a little bit.
Okay.
For my ranged
Sure.
attack
Sounds
purposes.
All right. Is that all you got, my dear?
Yep. That's
all
my
right, birthday
turn.
girl.
Thank
Next up
you.
is Alhina.
That's me. I'm going to use my bonus action to use one of my wild shapes and do a starry form. So the stars on Alhina's back rearrange again, this time into a bow and arrow, and use the form of the archer, which lets me do a ranged spell attack as a bonus action. So I'm going to hang on to that. And then I'm going to try to, I don't want to get close to this thing. I'm going to try to thorn whip it from where I stand. Does a 25 hit?
Yes, it does. Sorry.
Yay.
I don't know why I muted myself.
That is 4 piercing damage.
All right, and does it move it?
It can. I'm trying to see if that's optional.
What does the text say?
I think it's just if it's large or smaller.
It is a large elemental.
Okay, yeah. So it moves 10 feet towards me.
Towards you?
Mhm.
All right, cool. You feel the heat of this thing. You are like right on the cusp of the effect that's going to burn you, so just so you know. Cool. That is your action and your bonus action. You see the whip reach out from the ground at your feet, and it pulls this creature in, and as the spell is dissipating, the fire moves up from the where it is wrapped around the leg down the vine, and it disintegrates as the creature becomes close to you. Next up is this creature, and he is going to levy an attack at Nizmat. He is going to he pulls out kind of the ball of fire in his hand melts back into his arm, and he reaches into his through his breastplate and out pulls this large, very large great axe, and he levies it towards Nizmat, and he's gonna make an attack. Oh shit. Oh no, it's a caltrap. Alright. That cannot roll in this thing. It's not flat. Thanks, Mom, but no thanks. Alright. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, his first attack, Nizmat kind of shifts out of the way and it goes straight into the ground, but he then attempts to bring it up into her form. And that is much better. And I'm controlling her character so I can know if it hits or not. Ooh, it just hits her armor class. Okay, so the blade comes up, and since it's double-ended, it spikes into her, and she, you see fire burst out of this as it makes purchase into her leg, and she takes a significant amount of damage. Especially since she's not raging yet.
I wish it was a D8. Oh no, it was my inspiration die is a D6. I was wrong.
Right, but Bane is a D4, right?
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. And he is going to shift, since he still has movement. And let's see. If hostile, okay. He is Alhina. He is going to move, so he is between you and Nizmat, putting you. You feel this fire, this heat emanating off of him. And at the beginning of your turn, you are going to make a save for that, as will Alhina or Nizmat, whose turn it is. And we're gonna go. She's gonna try and make her save. 12 plus con save. Save it. Oh, she's set. You see, oh shit. Everything changed. It's okay. You're the only one who's moving. Hold on. Yeah, she is, she's fine on that. I just have to redo this real quick. I hate when my computer, if I accidentally, minimize zoom, which it does if I, move something off the way a little bit. It definitely fucks with everything. So, yes, Nizmat shrugs off this damage, but the fire still licks at her, and she is going to take a little bit more. She is going to take her bonus action and rage, and you see her, the fire in her eyes, the lightning, arcs over her, and she opens her mouth, and she is going to use her breath weapon at this creature, and he is going to try and save out of it. Boy, did he not. And he is going to take 2d6. He's gonna take, oh shit, he's gonna take 11 damage, and that is her turn. Next up is Rachel.
Me again
I
so
know
soon?
Phone's charging. Sorry, headphones. Talon is up.
All right. Well, I've got my Zephyr Strike still going. Right. I'll have to read this again just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I give myself advantage on one weapon attack roll on my turn. Okay, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab my bow. And I'm gonna launch an arrow at this creature.
Mm-hmm.
After moving myself into what I'm assuming now that he's moved, a better position for that.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming a 25 hits.
It sure does.
Well, I don't need to use that thingy-majingy. So 13 damage.
All right, that's piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
Okay.
Armor and its fiery blessed breastplate.
Yeah, you take aim and you just pierce. You see it go into the fire and sort of like ignite, but it does seem to hurt it a little bit. And yeah, anything else this turn?
Nope.
All right. Next up is Moxie.
Okay. If I were to do a 5-foot cube around the monster, would that hurt anyone else?
That will, well, what does it say?
It's a 5-foot cube for like Cloud of Daggers.
No, because a 5-foot cube is just one space that it is occupying, and it will not affect the creatures around it.
Okay.
Unless they like move through his space.
I lied because I need to keep my concentration for Bane going. But if I use like a weapon, I can do that without losing concentration.
Correct, but if you take damage, you just have to roll concentration for it.
Okay. Am I too close to use my crossbow?
No.
Okay. I would like to shoot his face with my crossbow.
All right. His back's to you, but you can try.
I want to shoot the back of his head with my crossbow.
Do it.
Okay. I rolled a 17.
17 hits?
Sweet. So he takes 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And then for my bonus action, if I can use Bardic Inspiration and not break concentration.
Yes, Bardic Inspiration is not. Yeah.
I want to give Bardic Inspiration to Alhena.
Okay.
So that's 1d6 for you. And that's my turn.
Perfect. All right. Speaking of, Alhena, you are up. What do you want to do? You are... Oh, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, boy. Okie dokie.
4.
So unfortunately, not enough. You feel the flames of this creature. Thank you for that posture check, Easy. You take this melee attack within 5 feet of it. Yes, you take 10 fire damage as the flames of this lick on you. You're not wearing anything, but like you don't have any like papers out or anything, right?
No.
And what kind of armor are you wearing?
Leather?
Okay. Your shirt, I assume you're wearing a shirt underneath or something like that?
Yes.
Yes. Any clothes that are flammable are beginning to light on fire.
Oh. Cool.
Okie dokie. Now it's your turn. Go ahead.
Great. I would like to... Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Beans. Yeah, I would like to... Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to attack with my spear.
Okay.
Come on, D&D Beyond. Work with me here. Well, that's a 14.
You're trying to attack with your spear?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I have inspiration.
Yes, you do. And you have advantage. You have an advantage token, I should say.
Mhm.
Do you want to continue to, like, stay within 5 feet of this thing, or are you going to take a step back?
I'm gonna hit it and then back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration dice because 14's not very many.
All right. Well, you can roll a d6 because Moxie gave you inspiration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, right. Sorry, you can choose to use it or not. Go ahead. I'm confused.
Roll.
I am
Don't
less
be a 1.
confused.
Don't be a 1.
Well, I rolled a 2 on it, so that'll be a 16.
All right, that does hit. You pierce at
Yes!
this thing with your spear, and it kind of goes up into what would be his neck, but there is no neck. It is just fire. So you do, but you do make purchase into something.
All of a sudden, I'm not really very good. That is 5 piercing damage. I would like to back up, please.
All right. Are you? You are not disengaging, so it is
Nope.
going to make a attack at you.
There's
with
no way it's not
the
gonna hit
bane.
me.
Well, we'll see. Well, okay. Does a 15 hit?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Well, don't worry.
This is fine.
It's just gonna do 9 piercing with
That's
its
fine.
large axe and 10 fire damage.
So I'm fine. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
use my bonus action because I have my archer form going to make a ranged spell attack at it now. Try to hit it again.
Oh, right. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
20, 14 plus. Shit, what's my spell attack modifier? So 21 to hit.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Math is hard. All right, he's gonna take 8 radiant damage
Nice.
as I hurl a starry arrow at him.
You see him sort of, like, the bolt hits him and he, like, bolsters for a moment in this, and his armor sort of, like, shifts on his body as it seems to be floating over this fire form. And you see as it hits Alhina and Nizmat, as they have a front row view, there is a symbol that is burned into this. It's burning with that same divine light that you shot into it. It sort of, like, radiates out of this chest plate for a moment before it fades. If you'd like to make a religion check, you might be able to pinpoint who it is.
Oh, sure. Am I any good at religion?
Eh.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. 3.
Boy, I don't know. Must be a fire god. I mean, fire
sense.
creature. Must be a fire god.
Some sort of fire god.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Should have known. I've put it together.
All right. This creature is going to notice that it has been hit, but it will continue to focus its attacks on the person in front of it, and it is going to attack. It's going to attack Nizmat one more time. 13 minus 4 plus 9 plus 6 is 15. Does not make purchase, but still within the range of Nizmat. It's going to shift around, and does he have reach? Should I give him reach? Damn. Okay. He is now instead of between Alhina and Nizmat, he has shifted, so he is between Nizmat and Moxie. He is not quite close enough to you for you to... He's still about 10 feet away, but he is on your side, Moxie.
Cool.
And he is going to attempt to... Let's see. He can only do touch attacks, so he's going to make his second attack at Nizmat. Oh boy, 13 plus 6 is 19, which will hit. You see Nizmat in this rage sort of take a shoulder as the piercing damage or the slashing damage that this weapon is doing doesn't seem to be hurting her that much, but the fire that licks after is burning. You can see her her scales are beginning to singe, and her you can see the ends of her little hair spikes is burning as well. She is looking not so great. Maybe like she could take maybe one more of those. But yeah, that is the creature's turn. Nismat is going to make a saving throw. Because she is still within this. Oh, Okay. You guys see this flaming, you can see the heat coming off of this creature, even in the dark light. And you know, Alhina, from personal experience, how hot it is next to this creature. But you can see, as Nismat is holding her warhammer, you see it glow ever so slightly, and the flame and the heat don't seem to affect her at all, as if there's like a barrier in front of it. And yeah, so that is, she doesn't take any damage from that, and she is going to try to attack this creature. And I don't need to roll the d4 with this. Oh shit. She brings her warhammer up and just hits him square on the head. The helmet sort of dents in a little bit, and she is going to do, I guess I could just do this here. And she does 12 damage to it. He did not seem to like that, though. Oh. Sorry, I have the ice dice up on Roll20, and they make weird noises that I wasn't prepared for.
Mine do too. It weirds me out every time.
Yeah.
Mine sound like goo.
Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Next up, top of round, Rachel.
Hey, that's me.
Hey.
So I'm gonna make another attack. I can
Mhm.
still. Do I need to move again? Probably like around the fire a little bit to hit
Sure.
him again
Yeah.
without moving around my friends. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make another attack with my longbow. It was a 22.
Ooh.
Thank you, D&D Beyond, for being on my side tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's gonna be 12 damage with my arrow.
All right.
I'm looking for a soft spot in a fire elemental.
You're finding them. That's the thing. The hard part about fighting him is that
Yeah.
you are finding those spots under the armpit, like in the neck, on the hip. You're finding it, but as soon as your arrow makes purchase, it burns up, and it does not seem to affect. Like, you don't get that satisfying squish out of it.
Not that you don't get that like thunk of like the arrow hitting something like real.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like melts in there.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
oh,
Exactly.
I'm mad about it. And then am I near to Alhina or Nismat? Can I do a spell as a bonus action?
If it is a bonus action to cast.
I don't know. Let me look. Hold on. I know
Is
two
it
of them are. I
Healing
don't know
Word?
if all of them are. It's Cure Wounds. It's touch.
That is an action.
Yeah, it's an action. I thought so. I just wanted to check in my bonus
Sure.
actions to make sure. So never mind. Can't do that.
Yes.
Sorry, guys.
You are not quite close enough to them. You're probably like 15 feet away from them each. Yeah. Next up is Moxie.
Okay, if I do cure wounds and I go touch Nismat, does that break my concentration?
No. The only thing that will break your concentration is another concentration spell.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
So I want to run up to Nismat and touch her to do cure wounds.
Okay.
And so that does heals her for 10. And then thanks to Pop, as a bonus action, I want to Misty Step back. Like, let me think. Like, kind of where I was, but 20 feet away from the monster.
Sure. I will remind you that you are the only one that cannot be hurt by the fire that is coming off of this thing.
So disregard the Misty Step. I'm
Well,
gonna
just say.
No,
He can still hit
you're-
you with his axe, but
Yeah.
you
No,
do
I'll
have
Misty
you have fire
step, like,
resistance, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'll do half damage to you.
Okay. I'll Misty step, like, yeah, like I said, 15 feet away, just because I want to be able to shoot him since my
Sure.
spell's stuck sometimes.
Fair.
And I'm gonna, and then I'll do, yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Next up is Alhina.
That's me. I'm going to bonus action, hurl another magic arrow
Mm-hmm.
at Mr. Fire over here. Whale.
Mr. Fire is his father.
His name is Jeff.
That's
That's a 17.
A 17 hits.
Yes. That D8.
Throws a magic arrow. Like, hey, you, what's your name?
Hey, by the way, I didn't
Fuck you,
ask.
Jeff. What's your name?
That's
Ezekiel.
Fuck you too, Ezekiel.
That's 7 radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
And then the question with these elemental spells is always, is it gonna work because it's opposite, or is it I'm not gonna risk it? I know
All
radiant works. I'm gonna use my action to cast guiding bolts.
Okay, is one of those a cantrip?
Well, the arrow comes from my wild shape. It's not a spell.
Boss.
So yeah.
Boss.
So
What does
my
it look like
attack-
when you does your bow, like, you don't have a physical bow, right?
no, it's literally like a like she just summons like little magical arrows and like flings them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rad. Does a 15.
Just hits.
Whew. You love to see it. That's gonna be 17 radiant damage. for the guiding bolt.
Solid. All right. Oh,
Get 'em.
math is hard.
Yeah.
Nope. That's easy math. I just did it wrong. All right, cool. Yeah, the radiance again radiates off the front of this creature, and I'm going to make a religion check. Oh shit! All right, Nisbat knows what's up. And on her turn, maybe she'll tell you.
Cool. I'm just gonna back up a little bit more.
Cool. All right.
Away from being burned alive. Thank you.
That's fair. That's fair. Nisbat is right up on this creature as it is about to take its turn. It is going to shift around. Since it is large, it is going to sort of step in the fire a little bit. So it's going to step back into the fire just a little bit. And you see the fire, the flames from the fire licking back up onto this creature. And you see the armor gets a little bit, a little spicy. It gets a little hot. And the weapon he is using starts glowing red in heat. And he is going to take 2 more swings at Nisbat. Okay, 15, 16. That is definitely a hit. And oh boy, those are both hits. Okay. Nismat is going to take that damage. No. Because she is raging. And she is going to need to stop hitting the 0 when I'm alright, cool. Nismat looks really rough right now, guys. So yeah. It is Nismat's turn, and she as she would be starting her turn in here, you see these the flames, the heat lick on her, but it doesn't seem to be affecting her for some reason. And she is going to say like she kind of yells Tempest just as a question mark. And she is going to attack this creature. Let's see if she can do this. All right. Heck it. 2-handed. Let's go for this. Warhammer attack. Or do I want to do that? No, Warhammer attack. Ah! I don't have that much space. I need a box. Oh, she definitely hits. All right, let's roll for damage. D10 plus 4. Oh, thanks, D&D Beyond. All right. She does a sizable hit into this creature, and you see the arm of this thing kind of get sliced off and dissipate. But this thing is still up. So, next up, thank you, Becca, for the redemption, is going to be top of round. Rachel, let's go! Sorry. I was just doing the mega thwarp.
I was just doing it really quickly before I started again. Well, so far my bow has not been failing me, so let's click it again, and I'm gonna try to launch another arrow, move around the fire a little bit to get a good vantage point. That's the word I was looking for on this guy, and shoot another arrow in his direction. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Let's say 8 damage for him.
Boy, you are hitting all those vital spots, but he is just not going down, and it's making you a little grumpy.
Yeah, I'm a little mad about it. Yep. And I'm gonna who looks rough? Nina, are you looking rough? Are you anywhere near my pack? Because there are 5 healing potions in there. If you can grab one, I will remind you. Holler across the fire, since I can't get to you yet.
I'm extremely burned.
Nizmat is also sitting, like, she is, like, down on one knee.
Yeah. If you guys are near my pack, there are healing potions in there. I have 5 of them that I've made in our travels.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, cool. Ooh, Mecca coming in with the redemption. To Savvy! You find a special little extra. You go into Talon's bag. Talon, you made 6. You didn't know.
Look at that. I thought so.
And you can use your action, or you can use a bonus action to use that next turn, Alhina. Moxie, it is your turn. Thank you, Mecca.
Okay, since Savvy has a healing potion, I'm gonna run up to Nizmat again and cast Cure Wounds on her at 2nd level. So she heals for, god damn it, 10. That's some bullshit. A 1 and a 4. I'm mad. Anyways, she got 10. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration for Alhena again.
Okay.
And where is Talon's pack?
Right by Alhena, we're going to say.
Okay. I'll remember that for next turn, and that'll be my turn.
All right, baller. Next up, Alhena, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I would love to use that healing potion that I just magically found.
Sure did.
It
was totally there the whole time.
Because I have, on a scale of 0 to 32, I'm at about an 8.
Oh boy. Boy, indeed.
Not good. So I would like to do that, and then as an action, well, I wish any of my spells would load.
Sorry, I'm throwing dice everywhere, so.
A fun adventure, and I can't see what my character can do.
Always fun.
I'll cast Guiding Bolts again.
Okay.
Because I know I can do that one. All right, +7 now. That's a 14.
All right. 14 does not hit, unfortunately.
Man, I really don't know why my spells on. That's
sorry.
okay.
You have inspiration, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Well, Oh yeah, you do have an inspiration and you have
I have
advantage.
an inspiration dice. I'll use my d6.
Yeah.
My favorite bard friends. They is +6. 20.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
That
yeah.
definitely hits.
All right. Love that. Love that. 14 radiant damage.
All right, you are gonna. How do you wanna finish this thing?
I think Alina is in pain and wants this to be over, and I think sort of manifests all of the magic at once and sort of pulls up another one of the like glowing arrows into existence, and then just sort of like flips her hand around and channels the bolts through it.
And you see it wash over this chest plate, this metal chest plate that this creature is wearing, and moves over into the flames. And you see the flames sort of diminish and turn into a white fire instead of the red that it had been showing off before. And it falls to its knees. And as it does, you see Nizmat sort of take her warhammer and place her foot on its chest and just smack the head off of this thing. It falls to the ground, flames still going, and you all kind of have a moment and take a breath. Nazira kind of wakes up in this one moment, but she is going to. I'm sorry, Nizmat is going to stand in front of this creature and kind of flip it over with her foot and see this symbol burning into her its chest, and you see her kind of fixate on it. Oh guys, thank you so much for the subscriptions. For the win, you guys won. Thank you so much. Yeah, is there anything you'd like to do in this moment?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Alhena.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking a little rough, so let's just get her back to not looking like she's all burnt up.
Yes.
And I'm only gonna be able to give you 5, but it's something.
Thank
Guys,
you.
thank you,
Doing
Pug.
way better now.
Yeah. I didn't take any damage from that thing, so you've saved my ass several times. That's the least I can do.
Thank you for those subscriptions, Pug. We appreciate you so much. And for that, and because it's the next thing to happen in the story, you guys kind of hear something in the woods as Nizmat looks over this creature, and you hear like the stomping of hooves, but they are tray louder than you've heard a horse before. And as you look over to the area, you see that Nizmat is kind of like quizzically looking in that direction, and through the foliage, in the light of this white fire and the mixing with the red fire from your already going fire pit, you see a horse coming from the foliage. And as you look upon it, you realize that this horse is like twice the size of any other horse you've seen. It is clad in armor, the fire licking off of reflecting in all of the armor. Its eyes glow red. The reins are being pulled tight back as its mouth froths. And you see that there is a figure riding this creature. And let me get so I can no, I didn't make a folder for this, so it's somewhere. I'm not gonna be able to find it. That's fine.
Do we feel alarmed by this?
Yes, in that there is a large person riding a large horse, but they do not seem to be like attacking you right away. They are just walking into your space.
Okay.
And as the fire moves over this figure on this horse, you see is head to toe covered in armor, red glowing eyes. He sits very tall on this creature. He's carrying a large red sword that is aflame, and he levels his sword at Nizmat, and you can feel his voice booming before you hear it. I don't have the voice mod for this, but just imagine I have a really deep and scary voice. He says to her, "You have passed my test. I have thrown many a foe at you, and you have proven yourself to be my champion." And Nizmat kind of looks up at him and she says, "Are you Tempest?" And he says, "That I am, child, but you still have far to go." And he sort of looks up at your group and he says, "You have no need. You should have no need for companions like this in a battle. You must get stronger so that you can defeat foes one swing at a time. You will come with me." Nizmat just kind of like looks at him, looks back at you guys. I don't really want to. And he says, "Silence!" And you can hear this boom as he says this. The trees shake, the fire extinguishes. And he levels his sword again and says, "You will be mine." And the fire from his blade leaps away and consumes Nizmat. And as the fire dies and the light fades into nothing, both figures are gone.
So is she like gonna be okay? You think?
I just dropped my bow on the ground. I thought I had the weirdest interaction with a god. What the hell was that?
I don't know. I still feel like yours was weirder.
Do I know who Tempest is?
Yes, Tempest is a very well-known god. He is the god of war.
Oh.
Fuck you, Tempest. You stole my friend.
She likes learning though, so I mean, sounds like he's gonna teach her stuff, hopefully in a nice way, and feed her food. I got nothing. I don't know.
Nizmat can take care of herself.
That's true, Elhana.
Yeah. I don't like the way he just came in and took her.
Yeah, that's weird.
She didn't seem like she wanted to go.
Here we are.
Yep.
Per usual.
Uh-huh. Again, I'm really starting to, at first, like all the weird, interactions with the gods were like kind of amusing, but like now I'm just pissed. Just throwing, is that the guy that's been throwing all these random beasts at us? Like the dragon that came out of nowhere?
Oh, just
like
to
you
test
couldn't have
us?
just like had a conversation? Yeah, he said that we've passed multiple tests or something, and that's why he took her, because we don't need her. So like you couldn't
Yeah,
just
why do you
like
have
had
to
a
test us?
conversation?
If we
Typical
don't
God
do
of
well,
War.
if we don't do well, we just go die, and then he finds new people. Why do you have to
Yeah,
do
I
this
mean,
to
yeah.
us?
Yeah, now I'm
Anyways.
pissed. What time is it?
You guys were winding down to like go to sleep.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, now I'm wound up. I'm gonna go walk the perimeter. Come on, Root. Just gonna go do a perimeter check, all pissed and huffy, muttering to herself.
Yeah, normally Moxie would want to like walk around too, but she's like thinking Talon probably needs a few minutes to stomp it out by herself.
Nazira just says, is she like, do we need to go after her?
I think she's okay. She needs to go be mad, probably. She's got Root with her, so.
I meant Nizmat.
Oh, I mean, that's a good question. I don't think so. Like,
I
don't
mean, where are we
know.
going to go?
That's fair.
If she were in danger, but I don't think that she is. I know as much as you do, so.
Well, she should be fine, right?
Yeah, like if Pop Pop came and took me, It'd be like, we're doing stuff. It's cool, guys. Same thing.
Right. Pop's not the god of war, though.
No, but he's equally terrifying, I would say.
Is okay.
Or not.
Oh,
I
we
don't
we
know.
didn't get to meet him. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's like pretty evil, so but in a cool way, so it's good. No big deal.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Well, I guess I wound up, so I'm just gonna sharpen my knives.
Yeah, everyone else is wound up. Moxie is like, fuck, I want to go to sleep. Her tail's been whipping around. She just wants to go lay down. I'm like, I guess they're taking first watch. I'm gonna go lay down.
Yes, you do that. What is Alhina up to?
Should also probably go to sleep.
All right. Talon and Nazira are on first watch. Is there anything you'd like to be doing in this moment, Talon?
I'm probably killing something. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Fair.
I'm probably like, yeah. I need to
Mhm.
shoot something, so I might as well like get breakfast for everybody for the morning. So I'd
All right.
probably shoot and kill a deer or something. Something in the woods.
All right. Perfect. It is a quiet night, especially with what just happened. And you are able to get some dinner or get some breakfast and wake the others for their watch when the elves need to elf off and go to sleep. Alhina and Moxie, you are woken up. Is there anything you'd like to do while the elves trance?
No, just generally like slowly pacing around and nothing in particular for me.
Yeah, just keep 'em watch.
All right. Cool. The rest of the night passes. Talon and Nazira get up. You make breakfast and pack up camp, unless there's anything you guys would like to do.
Does this count as a long rest for
It
us?
does, yes.
Okay. And no, nothing for me to do.
All right. You guys are at the end of the day, you will be getting to Moxie. You know that you'll be arriving at your circus on the outskirts of Waterdeep. You guys quickly make it back to the road after going kind of cutting through the plains for a while. But you make it onto the main road. You see some travelers passing by. Is there anything you like to do during the day?
I'm probably not handling one of my friends being taken away from me very
Mhm.
well. So I'm probably being very antisocial and like out ahead of everybody. Again, just dealing with it in the way that Talon deals with things, which is quiet anger.
Mm-hmm. Which is brooding internally.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just looking real grumpy.
Mm-hmm. And you resummoned the dagger to yourself, right? Is
Yes.
it still in your arm?
It's back
Just
on my
okay.
arm. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
No, and Moxie's just talking the whole way, like super excited to see all of her pals in the circus. So I'm just kind of filling everybody in and all the circus folk they're gonna meet.
Cool. Anyone in particular you'd like to point out besides the ones you have?
I mean, I tell them all about Pepper, the gnome wizard,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like casually mention Mordecai. And then I'm trying to get like Talon engaged a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I kind of like him, but like, I don't know. I don't know if he likes me, but like, I don't know. Should I try to like him? Like, and I'm just rambling because I don't understand. Because normally I'm charismatic, but when it comes to Mordecai, I get kind of stupid. Like, do you
Well, I
think,
mean,
he might like me? I don't know.
Moxie, everybody likes you.
I mean, yeah,
It's
but
like your thing. You like walk into a room and everybody's like, I want to be her friend.
yeah, but
I
does he
mean,
want to be like that kind of
I
friend?
had no friends and you made me your friend.
That's true.
You made me like people.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'm sure that whatever you want from your relationship with Mordecai, you could probably get.
So you-
Because I hated everyone. And somehow, motions to her friends. Here we are.
Moxie starts kind of blushing because, like, Talon's saying everybody likes her, but Moxie knows she has to put on a show for most people to like her, but then to actually have good friends like that, she's like, okay. Like, it made her all happy, but she doesn't want to say that out loud, but she's kind of bashful.
Y'all are adorable. Alhina, are you getting up to any of the shenanigans, or?
I think she's mostly just listening. Moxie's doing a good job pulling Talon back in. She doesn't want to push it.
Aw. All right. The sun begins to set, and you guys start going over the last hill towards Waterdeep. You can, as you sort of crest this hill, you see before you. How many of you have been to Waterdeep?
I have.
Okay, you all have? Okay. So you see the familiar sight, though, because you haven't visited a large city in a while, it is still quite stunning. All of the lights that are reflecting, you can see just past the city, the waterfront, and the the city sort of sprawls out before you, spreading in both directions, sort of out of view. It is a massive city with a wall around it, but there is still a lot of traffic. Less so now because it's getting towards nighttime. But Moxie, you see a very familiar sight as you crest over this hill, just outside of the wall. Sort of towards the northern end of the city is a pink and blue circus tent that is lit up, and there are many caravans and like the little tents around it. Moxie, you recognize this as your circus.
Like, how far away are we from it?
It's gonna take you like 30 minutes to walk down there.
Oh yeah, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. So I kind of pick up the pace because I'm
Mhm.
excited and I want to see everybody.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys start making your way towards the city, and I think that's a good place for us to take our break, because we got a lot to do, a lot of people to meet, and a lot of fun to have still. Thank you guys so much for your gifted subs and your subscriptions and your bits. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you are enjoying our show so far. I know it was a lot of combat, but it was a lot easier than it was gonna be, so there's that. So we're gonna take a quick break, 5 to 10 minutes. So make sure that you guys take this chance to relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, do a quick stretch, get some water, get a snack, and we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll see you soon. Bye. Everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for redeeming that mega thwarp, Rachel. Gotta love it. Boy, I'm so happy that I have this fan and other fans to help me through this closed door mode. But welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out during the break. We are ready to jump back into things as we get to this very special place. Moxie, is there anything you want to describe as we go into the Medora Circus? Anything you want to be telling them?
I'm just like, you guys, I know we travel and adventure and stuff, okay? So no one should be a shock to you, but just remember, it's a circus. They're weird, but none of them are mean. Like, they're all really cool. Even Pepper, like, I've seen him naked way too many times. Like, don't be weirded out if he does something goofy like that. He's just goofing. That's it.
All right. The circus is lit up. That you can see that the main tent is there seems to be a lot of people going in and out of it. Moxie would know after sunset is when the main show begins. And as you can enter through the back side of the circus, where there are a bunch of there are a lot of like carts set up. Moxie, you know, this is where this is like sort of the barracks area. Everyone has their sleeping cart back here. There's like a tent set up in the middle for food. There are some people walking around, and you kind of look over and see a a very familiar sight, as there is a figure that you guys recognize very clearly. It is a taller version of Moxie. And this version of Moxie is sort of like walking like a caricature, and like pulling up their pants and saying things like, "Don't be sitting too long. You gotta get back to work. Rah, 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 rah." Moxie, you can guess at who this is. It might be one of your friends who can shapeshift.
Oh, this is William, you guys. He does this shit all the time. Okay. I know he's a doppelganger, okay? So he likes to pretend he's me and run the circus. Fucker.
Thank
Do
you,
you wanna go
Easy,
scare
for
him?
the subscriptions.
Yeah, so Talon, genius. So I go up and stand and I start going like this too. And then I go up to William, like, make sure you keep working, and just him to his face.
Lightheartedly. He stops very quickly, and you see him sort of like look at you like he's in trouble, and then like just laugh out loud. And you see you guys have never really seen this before. You see his form sort of shimmer and then like very quickly shift from this form of Moxie to a taller, slim elven male. And as he shifts, you see this sort of dark gray form underneath as he changes into this elf that may or may not be his form, but it's what he's looking like right now. And he just says, "Moxie, you're back?"
Like, yeah, I'm just coming back to visit for a second.
Sorry about that. You know, I was just joking.
I know. Yeah, you always do that when you don't think I'm looking.
Yeah.
Is everybody in the room, by the way? Like most of the people in the...
No, it's just a couple stragglers. The show is starting, so the main performers are on stage.
Okay.
Or about to. They're in like the waiting area.
All right. So I'm like, William, these are my friends. We want to go check out the show.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead. That why didn't you send like a letter or anything? Let us know you're coming back.
I didn't know what was happening or when, and I'll tell you, when we all talk later after the show tonight.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good to see you. Nice to meet you, Alhina, Talon, Nazira. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to work. I got work to do, so
Yeah,
I'll
I bet you do.
see you in a minute.
Likely story.
And walks away. The others in the circus wave to you, Moxie, and give you a hello. The 3 or 4 people who are sitting here sort of eating their dinner. They are the performers who do the carts outside, or the tents outside of the main show, like the guess your age and that sort of the fun, hit the balloon, those carnival things. You guys make your way towards the back of the tent, where is like sort of the stage entrance. And as you push back or go to push back the tent, you see someone kind of comes out at the same time, and Moxie, you recognize this tall, quite muscular, dark-skinned, short-haired individual as Mordecai, as he... sorry, Moxie!
Oh, this is real meet cute, huh? Yeah, Morty, these are my friends. You guys, this is Mordecai. I might have mentioned him before.
Yeah. Hi.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Mordecai?
Mordecai.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's nice to meet you.
He reaches out his hand, and you see that his wrist and forearm are kind of wrapped, and he has very calloused hands. But when he grips your arm or your hand, he has a very strong, stern grip. Like he's a very strong man. Nice to meet you. Sorry, who are you?
I'm Talon.
Talon and
Moxie.
Alhena.
very nice. Are you? I'm sorry. Are you a centaur?
Yes.
Where'd you pick up? Where'd you find your new friends?
It's a really long story.
Yeah.
We want to watch the show, but we definitely want to catch up and talk
Yeah.
later. Like, I kind of want to talk to everybody at once
Yeah.
to
No.
get
Yeah.
everybody low down.
That'd be great.
But yeah,
Can't
we'll
wait.
definitely talk
Yeah.
later.
It's good to see you.
Okay.
Glad you're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Thank you.
And he
Just
kind of
like-
like gives you a nod and moves off.
I shuffle off embarrassed because I don't want anybody to see me talk. That's the one time I don't want attention, when I'm talking to the boy I like. Yeah. I got it.
When he's far enough away, I'm gonna be like, he's cute, Moxie.
Like, I know. Oh my God.
I see why you like him. Strong hands.
I know.
You guys walk into the back
Stick me
staging
back.
area, and you see that there are quite a few animals in cages around you. Sorry, Savvy shared a meme. You walk back where you see a bunch of like very strange animals in cages. The only one that you might recognize, Moxie, you obviously know all these animals, but the only one that you guys might recognize is a tiger, who is very large, and he's getting affixed with a hat that has a very large plume on it. You guys can hear on the main floor, there's someone announcing and shouting and like talking to the crowd, and you see this human gentleman from behind. He's got a very like, not a bowl cut, but like shoulder length hair that is very like done properly. He is sort of affixing this hat to the tiger, and you guys recognize that he is speaking to this tiger in common, but the tiger kind of seems to be recognizing what he's saying. And he's just kind of like, all right, Taco, you got this. You're the big man on campus. You know that everyone's here to see you, and you're going to do great tonight, okay? And the tiger kind of like does like a shy nod off to the side, and he's like, no, don't give me that. You are the main star. You know all the best tricks, and everyone is here to see you, okay, buddy? And the tiger kind of like gives this like a chuff and nods, and then he licks this gentleman's face. Moxie, you know this person to be the animal handler, Marta.
Marta.
He turns around. Moxie!
What is up?
Hey,
You and
what-
Taco. Oh my God, I missed you guys.
Taco bounds over and damn near takes you off your feet, Moxie, as he like puts his paws up on your shoulder and begins to lick you.
Yeah, I just like sit down and let him crawl all over me like a pug. I'm
And
all
he is-
about it.
He's chuffing and he is licking you and he's purring and rubbing your head with his head, and he like scratches his head on your horns. Marta like laughs, and he kind of like, all right, Taco, come here. And Taco reluctantly moves away from you. He pets Taco. And when did you get back?
Like just now, we're coming in for some
Ah.
stuff. This is Talon, Alhena, and Nismet.
Hey.
Or Nazira. Nismet's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh, very cool. From Alhida, you're from like, don't tell me. I've lost it. Where are you from? What plane?
Ravnica.
Ravnica. That's what I had it and I lost it. Kept thinking about the one planet that has all the doors to it. Anyways, it's very cool to meet you. I've only seen one other centaur, so that's very cool.
It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah. These are I would introduce you to everyone, but I gotta get them ready to go on. Taco's ready, right, buddy?
Yeah,
You can
he
see
is.
his tail flapping. It's a large 3-foot tail. Are you guys gonna watch the show?
Yeah, we're totally watching the show. That's where we're headed right now.
Okay. Taco's going on next, but after that, it's gonna be Cherry, and then Jolly, and then Sparkle.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah. Well, you guys
See you out
have
there.
a good time. If there should be some spots available on the left side, up near the front.
Cool. Thanks, Marta.
Yeah. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Nice to meet you.
Talon's eyes are the size of saucers. All the animals, she's just like, I want to be friends with them all. Can I do that?
They all look very friendly. They really do.
Eyes as big as saucers. So excited about the animals, and just
Yeah.
like the thought of having to leave them. I'm like, oh God, okay, we'll go watch the show.
Yeah,
Hey
you'll see
man,
them
you ever
before
have
we get there.
downtime? You can do like trick shots and
I
join
know.
us for a leg or two.
Yeah, and me and Root.
Yeah.
Root
Oh yeah.
do, like fun, retrieving things, like
All kinds of stuff.
Yep. Could join the little
Mhm.
animal cast.
Yeah, you guys make your way towards the you kind of, Moxie, you know how to navigate the curtains. You find yourself on the left side, right near the front. You're kind of on the edge. There's a large circle, and about a quarter of it is cut off by this by the curtain that reveals the back room. But the person who is doing the shouting in the center is Cherry. You guys look in and you see Moxie again, very normal view for you, but you see before you a very pale woman. One side of her skin almost looks blue because it is so pale, and the other side looks a little bit warmer, but still quite pale. You can see that her hair is sort of ablaze, but very calm and pushed back over her shoulders. One half of it is an icy white, sort of blue, as it cascades down to her shoulders. The other side is very orange and white as it cascades down. She has one a red eye and one blue eye. And she is very charismatic as she commands the audience. And she's sort of giving an overview of what people are going to see in the night. Excuse me. And she says, with a flourish, easy, "Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And as I said, we will be kicking off this show with a very special engagement." And the fan she is holding lights on fire as she tosses it up in the air. You guys might recognize her as some sort of elemental genasi, but it is hard to place. She is both blue and red, so it's hard to distinguish until she flips the flaming fan and places her finger or left hand out, and the air coming from her hand sort of lights over this fan, and it turns into a frozen fan instead, and it falls to the ground shattering. And she kind of like claps and puts her hands up in the air, and the crowd is clapping. It's very lively tonight, and this woman begins to put on this incredible display of juggling fire and ice and creating not only beautiful works of ice art, but marrying it perfectly with her fire to melt and display her aptitude or her abilities with fire as well as ice. And when she is done, there is a large pile of snow around her, and she claps, and the flames emerge from her down, dousing all of the snow away, and making sort of a flourish as she ends her show with her arm up in the air. And she gives a bow, and the crowd claps at her. And she kind of does another flourish as they continue to clap, and she says, "And now we will bring out our wonderful knife thrower and their lovely assistant, Joy." And she flourishes as a wheel is brought out. I was going to say wheeled out. A wheel is brought out with a very tanned, blonde-haired woman. Her hair is slicked back, and she is like posing and doing wonderful showmanship towards the crowd. And she like displays the wheel and begins to get latched to it. And as she does, Cherry starts to exit the stage to let Jolly and their throwing partner, Lamar, do their thing. But she quickly catches your eye, Moxie, and she goes, like, notices you, gives that, oh my god, and starts, she goes behind and then comes back out next to you, and she kind of just, like, grabs you and hugs you, and you can feel the heat and the cool, but it kind of balances out, so it's not like overbearing either way. She gives great hugs. Moxie, when did you get back?
We just got back, and you did such an awesome job. I'm
gosh.
so proud to have you take my place while I'm gone.
You're so kind. You're too kind to me. Thank you so much.
No,
I've been
I'm not.
practicing, you know.
I can tell. It's been awesome.
Yes, you said you've been traveling. Why didn't you not write? Why didn't you tell us you're coming back?
I didn't know if and when we'd be coming back. Every time we go somewhere, a bunch of crazy shit happens. But I want to get everyone together kind of and fill you all in on what's been going on after the show tonight. So
Oh, perfect. Tonight I'll let everyone know. We'll get
yeah,
we'll
perfect.
we'll meet after we clear out the tent.
Sounds good.
All right. Are these your friends?
Yeah, this is Talon, Elhana, and Nazira.
Hello. Hello. I'm
Sounds very-
Cherry.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'm
very
sorry.
excited to meet somebody that also has heterochromia like her. The two different colored eyes. It's not as, finally. Wait, hey.
Ah, look at
Ah.
you. Are you part Genasi as well?
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
Think I would know.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. I have to make sure that everyone's ready for the next spot, but I'm so glad that you're here.
Yes, thank you.
Do you need your tent back? Do you need your cart back for sleeping?
I don't know yet. Let me talk to my friends here and figure out what we're
Okay.
doing. So,
All right. Well, enjoy the show. Let me know if you need anything. Okay, bye.
All
And she
right,
like
thank
gives
you.
kisses
Sure.
as she walks away. And you guys continue to watch as the Jolly and Lamar do their presentation. Jolly begins to spin on the wheel. Lamar throws knives. He begins to blindfold himself, and you see that nary a blade touches her skin. It is all very exciting. The crowd is loving it. Moxie, you're noticing that like the children in the front row are like, oh my gosh, and like they're really excited about this one. And yeah, so they go and finish theirs. Cherry comes out and announces the next person to go on, which is going to be Sparkle. She is an acrobat. She is a very, very pretty girl. She wears a masquerade mask and starts to do acrobats both on the ground and in the air. She takes the one of the aerial hoops and does tricks on there. It is all very pretty and sensual. Yeah, and then the next thing to go on is Taco and the handler of Marta, and Marta is going to get Taco to get up onto a ball and do tricks. And Taco looks a little nervous, like he's a little stage shy still, but he performs very well and the crowd loves him. Marta invites a child out to ride on him, and it is the best day of that child's life, as it would be for anyone, let's be honest. But Taco gives him a lick, sends him back, and then the other creatures are brought out one by one to show off what they can do. Very curiously, one of the creatures that he brings out, he places on the ground, and it seems to be a large boulder until the boulder, he does a thing where he says, all right, come on, show yourself, Groundhog. And nothing happens, and he stops and he's like, sorry, just one sec. Show yourself, Groundhog. And again, nothing happens. So he walks over to the boulder and he says, "Now, Groundhog, we talked about this. You have to show the people who you are. That's why they'll. Are you being shy?" And he's like, "I think Groundhog needs a little bit of encouragement from our crowd." And he's like, "All right, everyone, clap with me." And he like does the whole clapping thing. And he's like, "Groundhog, Groundhog." And you see this creature suddenly like slowly emerge. It is a something that you guys have never seen before, but it looks like a boulder. It looks like a person hunched over with a boulder on their back, and he is very lanky, but his eyes are very big, as if they are like, he seems very docile and cute, but they do kind of glow with a, like if you came across one of these things in the wild, they'd be really creepy, but in this setting, not so creepy. And Boulder gets up and he starts to like roll on his back and do tricks, and the crowd goes wild, and they're all excited that Boulder finally got his, or the Groundhog finally came out and got his joy back and was able to perform. And yeah, so the show goes on, and you guys watch all of it, and then Sherry comes out at the end and gives the crowd a hearty clap and thanks everyone for coming to the event, and kind of dismisses everybody. People start getting up and walking out and like talking about how cool it is. And she'll kind of wave everyone off and walk back over to your group. What did you think?
That was awesome.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite part? It's okay to be honest about it.
Well, I mean, I'm partial to animals, having a bloodhawk myself, so I'm gonna go with that.
That's fine. I mean, yes, okay, they do fine. They're great little creatures. It's fine. Well, I'm glad you're in town. Moxie, I've gathered everyone. They said they're going to change out of costume and head up. But yeah, I think the only person I couldn't get a hold of was Pepper. They locked themselves in their caravan again. I think he's drunk. I think he said yes.
Yeah, maybe I'll go try to get him later, I guess.
All right. Do you guys need it? Do you want food, water, drinks? Can I get you anything?
You guys, do you want anything? I don't know if we.
No, I just need to go check on Root at some point.
Oh.
Well, you can go check on Root now. I mean, they all have to get out of costume and whatnot. Me and Alhana can hang out with Nazir here.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Okay. I'll just go put up the horses somewhere and check on Root and make sure he's good to go for the next few hours until we're done catching up with friends.
And I'll tell you where to meet us, wherever that is. In the meantime, though, I'm taking all of our friends around, just kind of walking around the circus and talking about like how we put it all together and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Cherry will come up and just kind of pull you aside a little bit and just say, Moxie, we don't have to talk about it right now, but we do. I think we should move on soon. The rent has been upped, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's not surprising, I guess.
Yes, apparently the money we've been paying for protection is not enough.
Oh. Who have you been paying for protection?
The Zentarum.
Oh.
Remember when we come into the city, we always have to pay the Zentarum.
Yeah. They're charging more now? Like
they said that because we have such interesting animals that are so easy to sell, it is going to be more.
Well, I know we need to move on at some point anyways, but maybe I can talk to them and try to negotiate or something. I don't know.
If you want to try to talk to them, that's up to you.
Ugh.
I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah. No, I get that. Well, it's a good thing we came back when we did then.
Yes, I think so. I think that's perfect timing.
Okay.
What did you think of my act, by the way? I've been practicing some new tricks.
No, I can definitely tell, especially with like the thing at the end you did there. That's new, right?
Yes. I thought a little flourish at the end would bring out the excitement for everyone.
Yeah. No, you really upped your game since I've been gone. I haven't even
Well,
been gone that long, but look
well,
at you. You're doing it.
You know, when you're gone, I feel like I need to step myself up, and I think I do.
Well, it's seeming like I'll probably be gone for quite a bit longer,
Oh,
which we'll talk about again with everybody else.
okay. That's fine. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just make sure the stragglers come in, and we can start soon. Okay.
Okay. So while everyone's gone, I'm kind of talking to Alhena and Naziro, like, man, I don't know how much to tell them. Do I tell them about Asmodeus and this God War? Like, they're basically my family here. They kind of deserve to know.
I'm afraid you might scare them.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're from all over, so they're pretty. They know, they're not naive to stuff. But I guess I can leave. I want to tell them about Asmodeus, so that's just too cool. But I'll just tell them there's something big going on. We'll figure it out. I don't know what to tell them.
It is very cool. I know you want to tell them, but I mean, what are they going to do with that information?
So what should I say to them then? That we're on a mission for who? Like, who are we helping right now, if not the gods? We need Talon. We need Talon help.
I'll
Yes.
come back at
know.
this point after putting up the horses and making sure Root is good to go and not killing anything that he shouldn't be killing.
Yeah, we kind of like started walking towards where we think you are, because
Mhm.
like she's good at this stuff. She reads books.
She reads books.
What I missed.
So yeah, I just talked to you again about how I don't know exactly what I should tell everybody is going on or how much to divulge.
Just say that we've been hired to find somebody. I mean, that's what we're doing in Waterdeep, basically, is,
That is true.
we're here to find somebody, and then we've got to find somebody else. We were hired by somebody to find their friends who were missing. Their 3 friends, which technically we weren't hired, but
Yeah, the gods made us do it, but we were hired by someone we don't know, I guess.
Yeah, I would just say like a unknown patron or something. We were like I don't know, a patron funding the mission
Yeah, okay.
to find their lost friends and just leave it at that. They are currently incapacitated and can't do it themselves, so they found us.
What about, can I tell them about Asmodeus, or do you think that'll freak them out too much? I think they can take it.
I mean, I feel like that is probably like, I would leave out all the other gods and just,
because it's just about me.
Again, like, I know they're like your family, but somebody from the not from the circus might overhear somebody else talking about, oh, it's so cool that all of these gods are involved. Yeah, I don't know. I worry about the, them celebrating how awesome it is for you to be on this cool mission and it accidentally,
That's
leaking
fair.
to involved parties.
Hey, DMLB, do you think it'd make Asmodeus unhappy if I talked about him to other people?
What do you think?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of Satan, who is like, of all the deadly sins, vanity and pride are part of it. So I don't know that he would be that upset.
That's up to you.
I'm going to do it. Maybe not to the whole group, but maybe I'll pull like Mordecai aside. I'm just going to tell Mordecai, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably safe.
Like I said, I would leave out, all of the parts about being sent, like things that are attacking us for this mission. Like, I would maybe leave that might freak them out a little bit.
Fair enough.
And then, just give them like the gist. We've been, hired by a patron to seek out their lost friends.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, you guys make your way back to the tent, and you see that there's about like 18 people that have gathered, which is, Moxie, like the entirety of your circus. Again, Pepper isn't there, but maybe like one or two more people are kind of out with the crowd, sort of dispersing them back into Waterdeep. But you guys notice as you sit down, one of the figures is a very tall. You guys as players would recognize him as like sort of an alien-looking dude. And he's kind of sitting there like really hunched over. He's like 7 foot tall, but he's kind of like sitting there like nudging and joking with people. And you don't really see that elf person. And Moxie, you know this is William in his true form.
Oh, that's what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, like, Moxie gets in front of everybody and she's kind of feeling comfortable back in the role as like ringleader and talking to a large group of people.
Hey!
Like,
Everyone claps for you.
Yeah, I bust on in there. I'm like, okay, you guys, I know I've been gone a while and I don't want to freak you out, but I'm going to be gone for a while longer, it sounds like.
Oh, what? Boo!
You've all done an amazing job. Like, I could not be more impressed with all of you and everything you've done with the circus. But me and my friends here, we have been hired by someone, and we're just on a quest to search for a few missing people. And it sounds like it might take us kind of a minute.
Where are you going?
Well, Waterdeep right now. And I'm not quite sure after that. It just depends on what happens. I don't know all the details yet.
Do you know when you're coming back?
I don't know. I will tell you guys it will be a while. I'm not completely leaving, but hopefully we'll cross paths again. But yeah, it's going to be quite a while.
You see, Jolly is going to raise her hand.
I'm like, yeah, Jolly, what's up?
Are we going to be moving soon? I know that Cherry said something about us going north. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, our guards are costing us a lot more than they used to. I was thinking about negotiating with them, but I also like exploring new markets, so maybe we should move north. Cherry, where do you think our next town needs to be?
Well, it depends. If we want to hit another major city, we could always go up to. But Albie's having a brain fart. We could head up to Neverwinter. Or we could, I mean, that's very far north. We could go up to Luskin, which is farther. We could hit a few places on the way.
I think that sounds great.
No.
And DMLB, I know we're going to Waterdeep to look for people. Do we know anything after that where we're going?
You know that you have to talk to the Pondons. They are, sort of up through you're going to have to travel up the coast towards Neverwinter. Okay. They're sort of along the coast near the Sword Mountains is where their home is. Like, that's where all of the ships dock. Okay. They come down here from time to time to like pick up people or deliver things, but that's where their base is.
Okay. So I'll tell the group that I think Neverwinter is a good spot because we're also might end up heading north, but I'm not positive. So hopefully I can come back and do some admin kind of stuff here and there if we need to. And then I ask everybody, like, if we do run into you, is it okay if my friends and I crash? Are you guys all comfortable with that? And I imagine they all probably.
Oh yeah, they're super chill.
Yeah, they're all about it. And yeah, and I just kind of fill them in on like some of the cool things that we've done and the places we've traveled and just general chit chat kind of with everybody.
Cool. They're all very interested in all the things that you've done and all of the tales that you have. And do you tell them about the tower?
Oh yeah, the tower is super cool. So I tell them all about that. Somebody became a star and they're
the tale of Eleanor and Jessica.
Yeah. You see some of them sort of write down these notes, and they'll probably talk to you about it later so they can get the story correct, so they can like retell it. And then more about, like, I think one of them's at one of the people who like perform out it like during the day, like a storyteller. They're gonna want more information about Dolly the talking squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
And her family issues and their friends, the dryads, and all that cool stuff too. Everyone's very like curious about your, like, you fought a dragon and like they think you're bullshitting them, and someone pulls out, or no, well, now that Nizmat's not here, who had the scale? Was that Nazira?
Oh, no, I think I took a
Yeah,
scale.
Moxie
Okay.
took a
Yeah, it was
scale.
me.
So if you want to give them proofs, you can
And
show them the
Nazira took
scale.
a tooth, I
Oh,
think.
Yeah. I think Nazira
Yeah,
would
I
pull
had
out
the
the
scale,
tooth
she
and
had
be
a
like,
tooth.
boom.
Yeah, and I had the
And they're
scale.
like,
I'm
"Oh,
like, see, look
shit."
at this.
Yeah. Dang, it's so big.
Because I
Yeah.
don't, all these people know me as like an entertainer. They don't really know too
Yeah,
much
you
about
as a fighter.
me. Yeah, exactly.
They're
So
kind
I
of
don't
like
think.
jeering you and like, oh, your friends must be really strong if you.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. But I'm okay with it because I know, like, I'm here to support too. Like, that's okay. I don't have to be the center. I'm the center of attention, but I don't have to be the center of combat.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so
everything kind of like disperse, and I try to get like Alhana and all our partners to like start talking and them tell stories.
sure.
And while everybody's kind of chatting, that's when I want to take Mordecai aside and explain to him a little bit more in detail what's going on.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of cool guy, leaning on like one of the posts, like standing in the back, not sitting in the bleachers for this.
Yeah.
And he kind of like sits up or stands up as you approach. And
Yeah, I'm
he's like,
kinda
wow,
like-
you've done a lot of really cool things.
Yeah, I want to talk to you in private and give you a little more detail just in case someone
Yeah.
needs it.
Yeah, sure. What's up? And he kind of like walks back towards like where the animals are. What's going on?
So I go into detail with Mordecai more about what's actually happened, and I tell him like, so I've been claimed by a god. And
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, and there's a lot of bigger things happening that I can't really talk about, but I want you to know that I've been claimed by Asmodeus. He's kind of like my pop.
Asmodeus,
Yeah.
the Lord of Hell.
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a tiefling. You know, don't forget I'm a tiefling, so it's not that crazy.
No, I mean, I know your mom, and I just didn't. I guess I didn't guess what. I mean, obviously it's your lineage. It doesn't matter. It's not who you are. But
Right.
That's
I mean,
that's cool. Yeah.
so I mean, we're kind of on missions for along these lines. But I want to just, one of you needs to know kind of what's actually going on. So
Yeah.
but just don't tell anybody. I don't want people finding out or getting freaked out about anything.
You don't want me to tell Cherry?
She can handle it, but she's also kind of a gossip sometimes, and she loves telling a story.
That's very fair.
Yeah. So that's why I want you guys to go to Neverwinter, because I think we're going to head up that way at some point, and that way we can cross paths and I can see you guys again.
Yeah. We can. Maybe be packed up by the end of the week and head up if that's what you like.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've done it. We've gotten enough out of Waterdeep, probably.
Yeah.
The crowds are still big, but they are a little less big than they
Yeah.
were when we started. So
Yeah. I think I heard that there's a circus coming in from on the water. They're yeah. So I think, I mean, you know better, but now's a good time.
yeah, they can have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything that like we should be worried about?
No, I don't think so. If anything crazy is gonna happen your way, I mean, I'll send a letter to you and let you know. But I think you guys, you're fine. You shouldn't be worried.
Okay. Are you safe?
Yeah, I'm safe. I've been learning a lot with my friends here,
Uh-huh.
and we've been in more situations than I can really tell you about, and I think we're doing okay.
Okay. Just be careful. I mean, Asmodeus isn't really known for kindness, so.
Yeah, I know. No, we'll be okay. You keep everyone safe. And Moxie just like in the back of their head, she's like, I want to hug him. I'm gonna hug him. I'm gonna hug him. So she just kind of goes and grabs him and
Oh,
gives him a hug.
he like kind of like doesn't know what to do at first, and then he kind of like puts his arms around you and like pats your back a little bit.
Moxie's just happy and like kind of like finally relaxes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just I don't know. I haven't had to tell anybody new yet about any of this stuff going on. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
just,
and being back here makes me realize how much I miss you and everybody, but you too.
I miss you too.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good. That's good to hear. I appreciate that.
You feel his arms kind of like loosen the grip on the hug.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, no, he's like, this is a very long hug. I feel awkward. I don't know what to do.
Fair enough.
You're my boss.
I know. Yeah, so Molly's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. That was
No,
kind of long.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, is there anything else?
Nope. I think we're good. No,
Okay.
thanks for listening and taking care of everything while
Yeah,
I've been gone.
Of course, yeah. No, I will. I'll get the crew started on breaking things down in the morning.
Okay. Oh, by the way, what the hell is Pepper doing? Where's he at?
Oh, he's been up in his room all night. I think he's on a bender.
God, I want to go get that little fucker. These guys need to meet him. He's so funny.
All right. Well, just avert your eyes. You know how he gets.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we get done talking with them. I want to go and I don't know if I want to ambush Pepper with everybody with
Do
me
it.
or not. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Hey, you guys, come meet Pepper with me.
All right. You move over to the other back to the tent or the caravans that are all set up in the back where people sleep. You find a smaller one where there is a hat on the door that like a wizard hat kind of painted on this door, and you see this is like very dirty, but like there's a lot of like spider webs on it as if it's been here for a long time, but it doesn't seem, I mean, you know, Moxie, that the circus hasn't been here for that long, and you guys have been told that the circus hasn't been here for that long, but the door is shut and locked.
I kind of bang on. I'm like, Peps, little Peps, Moxie.
You guys hear a sort of crash, and a... Hey! Who?
It's
Who's there?
Moxie. It's me. It's Moxie, your boss, and some of my friends. Open the door.
William, you can't pull this shit on me!
It's
Pepper
not William.
knows! Pepper knows! Pepper always knows!
It's not William. It's me, Moxie.
You see a slat open in the bottom of the door, and like little eyes, like right where you guys, like there's steps up to it, but kind of like at your guys' chest, you see slats open and there's eyes squinting, and it goes, "Tell me something Moxie would know."
Like, you're a little shitbag and you like to get naked all the time, and I've seen your butthole and it's weird. And
Everyone knows this!
I get down to the slot and I cast thaumaturgy and I turn my eye colors from gold to like whatever Pepper's eyes look like.
Oh. Ah! Fine! And the slat closes. The door opens, and you see before you a small, very naked gnome. And he's got a bottle in his hand, and he like squints out at all of you. He has his legs spread, his hands on his sides, and he goes, "Pepper doesn't believe it's you, but you can come in."
God damn it, Pepper. Like,
Turns
Pepper.
around. You just see his ass as he walks into his thing.
Like, hey, Pepper, I wanted you to meet my friends. We've been traveling together. This is Talon, Alhena, Nazira.
He kind of like blurrily squints at you guys and like looks over each one of you, and then he kind of like puts his arm out to like lean on the wall, and he goes, ladies, and then he misses the wall and kind of falls down, and you guys kind of just see everything on display.
Like, Moxie loves this, and it just cracks her shit up. I'm like, yeah, that's my Pepper. That's the guy I've been telling you about.
He sits up. What do you want from Pepper?
I want to know why you weren't out tonight. Have you been on a bender again, man? Do we need to help you?
Pepper got good stuff.
Pepper got good stuff?
I got the good stuff.
Like what?
He holds up a very empty bottle that says Waterdeep Moonshine on it.
Oh.
The nice scent lady gave it to me. To Pepper.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, you guys, will you remind me to talk to William to watch this little thing? To not give him moonshine. He can have mead. He cannot have moonshine, because then this happens. And then, I don't know, we kind of chit-chat about spells and stuff and any new stuff he's learned. And then I ask him to show my friends how he does like the spider tricks out of his little cart or tent or whatever.
He just points a finger in the air and says, Pepper will show you! And Pepper moves outside of the, pushes past you. Alhina, you kind of like see him stop as he like is next to you. And he says, this one has stars on her ass.
She does. She definitely does.
And then he moves on. Do you want to describe what his trick looks like?
With Pepper, he kind of, you see him like looking around, and he like looks for a spider on the ground, and he sees one, and he kind of points at it, and the spider gets like huge. It becomes like probably 3-4 feet tall and gets gigantic. And then he takes it and he levitates it and makes it dance in the air a little bit. And then he's just like kind of giggling to himself because it just cracks him up because he loves spiders for some reason.
Ta-da!
And then he makes it go back to normal size, drop, and then just kind of like plops down because he's tired.
Pepper needs to go to sleep.
Yeah, you did good, buddy. Thanks for showing us some tricks.
By the way, he's still just naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not fazed by it. I'm sure my companions, you've probably gotten used to it at this point, but
just avert your eyes up just a little.
Unfazed.
Like, man, you guys, isn't he hilarious? God, he cracks me up.
He is
Pepper
curled
a
up.
character.
He is curled up on the ground and is now sleeping outside of his tent, outside of his cart.
Should we put them inside?
Yeah, this happens all the time. So Moxie bends over, picks him up, and just like takes his little naked gnome body back into his tent to sleep.
And as you close the door, you hear snoring from the other side.
Yep, these are my people. Well, my other set of people.
All right. What do you guys want to do for the rest of the night?
If we're just chilling, I want to talk to Marta about all of the animals and where they came from and just all the information about them and how they acquire them and just have so many questions.
Sure.
How do you make friends with them?
That's a lot of questions. Marta will attempt to answer some of them. They have actually a lot of questions for Alhina and the plane that she came from because he is very interested in like different creatures from different planes. And he explains to you guys that some of these creatures have come from different planes or different areas. Obviously, Taco has just been hanging out. He's from Cholt, and Taco is one of the he just is out all the time sort of things. So he's like hanging out with Marta and like rubbing on you guys. And once he like drops a very large ball at your feet and wants you to like kind of throw it to him and play with him as you're talking.
I'm in.
Marta shows off some of the creatures. There is a Yeti tyke, which is a very small looking Yeti. I posted them in the chat. So he's like a very cute looking little guy. He almost looks like a white monkey with horns, and seems to be very intelligent. He's playing with like toys, like children's toys. The Geonode, or the Geonid, is known as the Groundhog, and he is sort of like rolling around on his back. The Zorbo is like a little, it's like a orange bear with sort of an armadillo-like body and claws. He's full grown, but sort of medium sized, and eating his food. And then there is, and I cannot pronounce this thing, it's a bunny with a unicorn horn and like spots. And it's kind of the pride of Marta's collection. They're very rare, and they can be trained. When you guys saw the show, he was doing tricks, but like, have you guys ever watched the like agility courses with the dogs that like are just happy to be there? They're not very good at it. He was kind of like just
Very
going
enthusiastic.
Yeah, he was
but
like
not
doing this
great.
exactly. That was him the whole time. So yeah. And again, Taco's just kind of following you guys around and like nuzzling you. He actually, Alhina, he's probably about, his back is probably just a little bit taller than yours on your horse body, and he kind of is just like, he seems to be like right next to you constantly and walking with you like side by side and kind of like rubbing against you. He seems to be enjoying your scent. Yeah, yes, bud, that is it. There's a lot of I's and J's in it. Yeah. But it is getting quite late, so yeah. I think Cherry,
time to turn in.
Yeah, Cherry will come up to you guys and let you know that there is a cart available. Obviously, Moxie, your cart is available. You probably can't fit in there, but if you guys want to sleep outside or whatever you want to do, she will say, Moxie, there is someone I want to introduce you to tomorrow. We're kind of trying her out. She's like a fortune teller.
Okay.
But you can meet her tomorrow once everything is set up and ready to go. She can, do an audition sort of thing for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. It was very nice meeting you all. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you for breakfast, hopefully.
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
All right, perfect. Good night, everyone. And
Good night.
Good night.
She'll wiggle her fingers and sort of move off, her hair flowing like flames as she walks away.
So is it just my cart available, or is there like another one too?
Oh, there can be an extra cart.
Yeah, I'd imagine we'd have an extra one. So I want to show everybody, because that's kind of like my home. So I'm excited to bring everybody and show them my cart. There's not much to it, but I just want to be happy and feel somewhere familiar. And then I show everybody where the guest cart is, and hopefully we can fit in there, because I really want to sleep in my bed for a time.
Do you want to describe what your house looks like, what your cart looks like?
My cart, it's like, even though it's pretty plain on the outside, you can tell when you walk in that I have really, really tried to decorate it. I have like tapestries up, and it's all like red and gold on the inside, just because I want it to be, if I'm the leader of the circus, I want it to feel like the leader, and the owner has a nice place. But yeah, I just tried to make it kind of lavish with a little bed and a makeup table and hair stuff everywhere. It's a little sloppier than it should be, but it's still not gross, at least. Yeah, that's it.
I like your place. It's cozy
Thank you.
and comfy.
Yeah, I imagine a tiefling would have a pretty big bed, so I probably have a pretty big bed there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I show everybody the guest cart too, and like, wherever you guys want to sleep, no big deal. And we don't need to keep watch here. We have been paying guardians for this, so you can feel free to relax or sleep. I'm gonna sleep. It's been a big day. And I'll catch you guys in the morning. Moxie's
Closes the
done.
door.
Yeah.
Since I only need like 4 hours of trance, I'm probably just gonna kind of like wander around. I know that's like quiet and whatever, and just kind of, just wander through like the tents, the deserted circus. It's probably kind of like spooky a little bit, but
It's a little creepy.
yeah.
There is, when you walk around the front, you can see like all of the tents that are up. Hydrate. Thank you for that redemption. There are tents set up for like games, and there's like one that has a fortune teller. It is a painting of a woman holding her hands over her face, and there are two elaborate eyes drawn on her hands. That seems like newer than the rest of the tents, but beyond that, it is kind of just quiet, and you don't see any guards unless you really, really look for them. But it is just quiet. You can hear the sounds of the city over the wall. It doesn't seem to be, it's quiet, but there's still commotion going on over there. Waterdeep to be busy pretty much all the time. It's a very populated area, and you're near the gate, so there are carts going in and out very infrequently, but they're being stopped at the gate, and a lot of people are making camp outside of the city to wait for morning. So, yeah. You guys are able to sleep a restful night or trance in your state without worry. This is probably the best sleep you've had since you've been in the tower. Though you were kind of drunk for that too. I guess some of you were, but the morning comes. You guys, those of you who sleep, wake up to the smell of bacon being cooked. There is a large fire, and there is a William, who has now shifted into a golden tiefling that has like really elaborate gold horns and chains hanging from them, and he is making some breakfast for everyone. There's a lot of eggs, a lot of bacon, and that's pretty much it. There's some like fruits on the table, and you come into this sort of like small tent area that's very long. It has a table and a lot of chairs on it to have breakfast, and you see everyone kind of out of costume now, and they're very, it's not as elaborate as the night before. It's dressed down, like they're not ready to perform or anything like that. They're just kind of in their pajamas eating breakfast, but you do recognize a lot of the faces.
Yeah, Moxie's like, dude, you guys dig in. There's plenty. Everybody will be happy to talk to you guys. So, I mean, I just kind of walk around saying hi to the people that I didn't get a chance to last night.
Yeah. I think one of the people that you guys saw perform last night, Sparkle, is sitting with her legs crossed on the table, and she offers a seat by you guys, or by her for you guys, and she's kind of on the end, Alhina, so you can sit off the table or sit on the ground and kind of be at the table too. She's like, so are you going to be here very long?
I don't think so. That might be our only night here. It just depends on our mission here in Waterdeep.
All right. Well, I hope it was a good show. Did you guys enjoy it? Speaking to Alhina and Talon.
Yes, very much.
Very much.
I've been working on my stunts. I'm hope to get a Moxie, of course, with your approval, to get a large stable pole that I can use to climb and do stunts in that regard.
Oh, 100%. I'm all about that.
I shall let Sherry know that you've approved it.
Yes.
Something I'm going to need to practice, but I think it'd be fun, and I think that it's something that Mordecai can put together from scraps that we already have.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Like, Moxie kind of stands up and looks at Cherry. She's like, Cherry, poll, approved. So I'm really excited about the idea.
You get a big thumbs up across the way as she's kind of stuffing her face. Are you going into the city, yes?
Yep. Yeah, after breakfast, I think we're going to head in there in a little bit.
Oh, be careful of those horrible Zents. They're just they offer protection and then you never see them, and I think it's more of a scam so that they don't attack us, but it is what it is, and it is what we have to do, I suppose.
So you're paying them for protection and they're not actually doing anything?
Well, they're not robbing us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't had to do this anytime that I come to Waterdeep. Is it because I look mean?
Do you own a circus or a business?
No.
That's probably why.
Yeah, they like their taxes, if you will.
Interesting.
Yes, well, they do run the place, whether the masked lords or the open lord like to admit it or not.
I don't like them already.
Well, don't tell them that. You wouldn't want to get messed up with the ghost.
Ghost? Is that what you said?
The ghost, yes. Moxie, you know that one of the leaders of the Zents is called the Ghost, and she is, to invoke her rage is something that is very scary.
So Moxie kind of shrugs because she's used to this, and there's so many things going on at the circus. This is like a minor detail to her, kind of. Like, I haven't been able to sit and think about it enough to get mad about it like Talon is, but I probably should be.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I'm not mad about it. I just don't like bullies.
Well, yeah.
And this sounds like somebody that like, really?
Yeah.
Yes, I would just avoid their establishments. They're on the high end of town. They have that stupid bar.
Is
What
it the
is it
Spirit and
called?
Spirits?
Yes, have you been there?
That's where we're going.
Oh. Well, just don't make the ghost upset. Not the ghost. The ghost that actually is there. The spirit of the Spirit and Spirits. I think they call him Lift. Lift?
Have any of you been there recently?
I have not been there recently, but I know that William likes to traverse there from time to time. He likes to live on the edge.
We talked to William a little bit about this.
Why are you going there? It's not a
I'm looking
pleasant
for
place.
someone.
Oh? Sorry, it's none of my business. I'm just curious. We don't get a lot of interactions with the public that aren't just surface level nonsense.
Well, you would know if you'd seen him. He looks exactly like me.
Oh. I think that, well, I think that Marta had mentioned something about seeing a centaur.
Need to talk to Marta then, and William, it sounds like.
Right. Well, enjoy your breakfast. I've got to go stretch and talk to Mordecai about my new pole.
Yeah, good luck.
Gets up and you see that she's kind of wearing like an off-the-shoulder piece and very flowy outfit. She's a very pretty-looking girl. She skips away.
So, yeah, let's go talk to Marta before William.
Marta is still asleep. He is sort of in the animal area, which is off to the side. There's a lot of different cages and specialty spots for each of these individual creatures that come from every spot. He's in Taco's cage with him and kind of just sleeping next to him. Taco's back paw is sort of on his leg. They're both snoring.
Is it late enough in the day that I wouldn't feel bad waking him up?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm like, Marta, hey.
What?
Marta.
What?
Hey, sorry, man. Hey, somebody said that you saw a centaur, another one?
Yeah.
Where
Saw
at?
one. In the city.
Where at in the city?
Near the market. I don't know. It was like a week ago, maybe 2.
Was it did you talk to the centaur?
No, I didn't get a chance to. I was buying food for the animals, and I just kind of saw him across the way.
Elhana, does your brother have any distinguishing marks other than being a centaur?
He looks identical to me. We're twins.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I guess I just thought that's what centaurs. I've only seen the one other one, so I guess I just thought that's what they looked like. Yeah. I mean, yeah, same
I
color.
can see why
skin.
you would think that.
Yeah, only seeing two. Yeah. You said it was your brother.
Yes.
Cool. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to speak with him. He looked like he was in a hurry. I don't know.
Was
Probably.
he with anybody?
I didn't see anyone else, but I was pretty just transfixed with the fact that I was seeing a centaur.
Okay. Hey, man, you can go crash again with Taco.
Cool.
You guys look pretty cozy.
Cool. You see that Taco kind of did that thing where he like lifted his head, like didn't get up but lifted his head and looked at you guys. And as Marta kind of like cuddles back in, you can feel the impact of him like laying his head back down.
That's awesome.
Big kerplunk.
Absolutely.
All right. Looks like we need to go talk to William now.
And then head into the city.
Yeah. Oh, and I have to talk about that fortune teller too, I think. Yeah, so let's go talk to William real quick.
All right, you guys move over to William has transformed into a human cleaning. You can see that he has a gold chain around his neck. He is cleaning up the dishes from the day.
Like, hey, William, you go to that bar, Spirit something or other out here?
Yes, I have been there from time to time. They have excellent mixed beverages.
Have you seen someone that looks exactly like my friend Elhana here or there?
No, not recently. No.
Ever?
No. I mean, I think I would
okay.
know if I've seen a centaur.
Well, that's true. So you haven't seen any other centaurs?
No, not in my days.
Have you seen anything notable that are unusual at that bar as of
There's a
lately?
lot of things that are unusual at that bar. There's a ghost that haunts it, as well as the ghost that owns it.
That's true.
Gets
Is there
very
anything else now?
confusing.
Before we go there.
Oh, do not anger anyone there or start a fight. Oh, and if you see the large, Goliath-looking man, he is good fun, but do not challenge him to a fight. Oh, there are fighting pits under it as well. Would not recommend, unless you are very strong.
Very fast, not very strong.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to know, guys? Or
Are you going there? Why would you be going there?
Looking for her brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, best of luck to you. I think that if he's mixed up with the Zents, then he was in a bit of trouble.
Sounds about right. Okay.
Thanks, William. By the way, you're making me jealous with your tiefling horns earlier.
Yes, well, I
That's
didn't
pretty
want
cool.
to display too much as I've been practicing my forms. That was more of a custom build as opposed to someone I've seen before.
No, it's awesome.
Thank
Good job.
you. Yes, I'm working on a dragon next. A
Ooh.
dragonborn. Not obviously, I can't turn him into a
okay.
dragon. That would be absurd.
Awesome. Man, we used to have one with us that you could have talked with, but she had to
Oh.
leave.
Unfortunate.
Anyways, thanks, man. I gotta go talk to Cherry. She wanted me to meet some fortune teller or somebody.
Oh yeah, she's very good.
Moxie's being pretty like concise and kind of in business mode and wants to tie up like all the loose ends she can before we take off. Because even though she's kind of more of an adventurer now, this is still her family business. So
Talon's really enjoying business mode Moxie. Just watching her be like very concise and decisive and like this is just look at that. Because usually you're like, oh well, okay, sure. Like, or like, very like charismatic and boisterous and whatever. This is like a new side that we haven't
Yeah.
seen yet. This is the side Talon relates to.
That's awesome. All right, so I want to go talk to Cherry and be like, all right, who is this fortune teller? You want me to talk to her?
Her name is Selena. She's very pretty and she is good at what she does. She's in her tent if you'd like to go see her.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Wonderful. Have fun. Don't learn anything
Thanks.
too secret.
At this point. I feel like there's
Yeah.
nothing that she can tell us that I would be remotely surprised about. So let's
God,
go.
I hope not.
She can tell me I'm
All
going to die in 7 days, and I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds about right.
All right. You guys make your way over to the tent as that Talon saw last night. One of the flaps is off to the side, open for business. You see that again, the hands with the very elaborately drawn eyes, they have sort of a curve on the side as well as a curve on the outside. And you walk in and you see there have been like scarves hung around, and there's a very small light coming from a candle on the table, and sitting in the chair before you, sort of looking into this crystal ball that is set on there, is a woman with brown curly hair. There's a chain adorned on her head she has the same eyes painted on her cheeks, and she has a long black cloak that covers her outfit, and her hands are kind of folded on the table before her.
Like, hey, are you you're Selena, right?
That I am, and you must be Moxie.
Yeah, good to meet you. I hear you're our new addition to the circus. We're trying you out a little bit.
Yes, I'm very happy to be here.
Good. Would you mind doing my fortune?
Yes, of course. And your friends as well, if you don't mind.
Yes, please do.
She motions for you to close the tent flap. And she starts looking into the crystal ball. What would you like to know?
Let's see. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going to be going on in my future, or do you need more specifics than that?
No, that is perfect. And
Okay.
she sort of starts moving her hands over this ball, and you can see underneath her cloak, the candle light is shining off of this outfit she has underneath that's very sparkly and shining. And she closes her eyes, and she says, "It seems that the fates have been very tied to you, and the gods have been very kind as well. You have fallen in with a strange crowd, and I cannot say that you are on the right side. There are many pawns that move against you, many eyes that watch." And she kind of looks up towards you guys, and you see the eyes on her cheeks glow a little bit as she speaks. Do you believe that you are going to be on the winning side in the war to come?
Yeah, I do actually.
She gives a smile and begins to move her hands over the ball again. And she says, "There are very powerful forces against you. One god who believes above all else that your gods have spited them, and they do not wish for you to succeed."
Okay. Huh. Anything else you got for me there?
I do not think that you understand the situation that you have placed yourself in.
That's very true. It's very true.
We didn't have much of a choice.
Also true.
There is always a choice, always something that you can do. But I understand working for your gods and doing as they bid. It is what I try to do as well.
How about you move on to my friends here now and their fortunes? Or was that for all of us?
Valrea, the goddess of good dreams, the daughter of the god that has scorn, Helm. The Blood Queen, the woman who scorns Helm and treats him as if he is lesser because he has been pushed aside. And, of course, the goddesses of good and bad luck who just toy with people. These are false gods. Gods that you should not be following.
How do you know these things?
Because I speak to gods as well. Well, one. And he is not pleased with you and your mission.
What god is that?
I think I can guess.
Yeah. Talon's low key, like thinking about making the dagger come out of her wrist, like putting it behind her back, just like I don't like where this is going.
But you will find out soon where your fate will lead you and how you have been misled. And I pity
Like a
you
true
for
religious
this.
person.
And I pity you for this. But I must do as I am told. I wish you luck on your mission.
All right,
But
thanks.
But I hope that you do not succeed.
Huh. Well, I don't know if I like that so much. You know I'm the boss here, right?
She kind of like moves her cloak back, and you see that she is wearing like a full suit of armor under, and that is what's shining in this light. And she says, "You are not the boss of me." She places her hand on the crystal ball, and it shatters into the table, and a smoke moves across the room, and you guys feel it move onto you, and the armor that you're wearing begins to melt in this fog as this woman begins to laugh and fades into the smoke. And she is gone, sitting before you. And any armor that you were wearing is now gone.
Shit.
Moxie, I hated her.
Yep. She does not get to be in the show if she ever comes back.
I'm gonna make an executive decision. This person has absolutely nothing to do with the circus. She fired.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm cool with that, Dylan. What
A
god do you
hypocrite
think?
of the highest caliber.
What god is it? What am I missing here? ADD Moxie, don't know.
Helm, most likely.
Oh. Well, that's great. So it looks like, you know what? I want to go, and we have a fund for damaged items for the circus. I'll see if I can get some money for us to buy new armor. Let's see what we have. So we need to go talk to Cherry again before we leave.
Who is she to sit behind the table and tell us we should not accept our mission and then say she is on her own?
I'm telling you, man, I'm over these gods and these people who follow them already, and we've barely started.
Yeah.
Patience level just sinking as we encounter these people.
Yes. Well, if that is how the other side does things, I'm glad we're on ours.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I concur. Well, time to go buy new armor, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that mine was
So I
doing
want to
very
go.
much to begin with.
Yeah, we might need to get you something a little heavier.
How much is armor, by the way? It's probably pretty expensive, but
Yeah, you can look in the book and see how much it is. You are next to a very prominent city, so there's a lot of people who sell it. But
okay.
we will get to that probably next week. Shopping
Okay, so
episode.
I want to go.
Ah!
I want to talk to Cherry. Be like, that fortune teller disappeared. If she ever comes back, she's out.
Oh no, she did such a good job.
Yeah. I don't think she was who she seems to be. So just don't let her back here, okay?
Okay.
I don't know questions
All right.
about her. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you're the boss. You do what you like.
And we have some contingency money. So she made our armor all disappear on us. Do we have any cash in our fund for that?
She made your armor
For
disappear?
incidentals and whatnot?
Did she do sleight of hand
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah.
It melted.
No. Yeah, it's just gone.
Oh, all right. Yes, there's some funds. How much? I can get you what you need, and I mean, there's plenty of shops in the city if you'd like.
Perfect. And we figure out how much that is
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
And so I think we're gonna take off. And like while all you guys are doing whatever, saying bye to people, I want to go say bye to Mordecai
Mm-hmm.
and just tell him thanks for listening and whatnot, and give him a quick hug, and then be on our merry little way.
All right. You are able to do that, and you guys start to take your trek into the city. You see that since it's morning, all of the people who were waiting outside the city are starting to get let in, and you can tell that there's a little bit of a backup, a little bit of a walk. Are you leaving your horses outside? Okay. And they'll be very well taken care of. You walk into the city. You walk through the gates and you see a bustling thoroughfare. There are many shops, many people, a few different types of races, but it does seem like it's a very diverse group. And I think that's a good place for us to stop for the evening, as you have made it to Waterdeep. Yay! Thank you guys so much for playing tonight, and thank you everyone in chat for hanging out and for all of your donations and biddies and all that. You guys are amazing. Could not ask for a better group. But let's go around and have everyone tell us a little about yourself, where they can find you, starting with, of course, the attractive, the alluring, and the ever wonderful Savvy Seaworth.
Hello, that's me. I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. When I'm not here, I am on my home channel. It's twitch.tv/game nights. It's game with 2 G's and nights with a K, where we do all sorts of nerdy shenanigans, including video games and lots of different tabletop games. We play Masks, like Cthulhu. We were playing Vaesen earlier today, which was really, really fun, and lots of other fun games. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much. And of course, it's time for the birthday girl. The wonderful, the luscious, the ever kind and caring Tanya.
Hey. You can find me at Tanya Rolling Places, or my weird podcast, Spider Facts with Billy, wherever you can find podcasts. And if you go on Facebook and Instagram, Family Secret Improv, if you live in Michigan near Kalamazoo, you can come see me in real life, be stupid on stage for your entertainment. I should have another show end of August, I think, but I'll let you guys know the more I know. And that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. It was fun.
Yeah. Thank you very much for playing, and a happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yay! And last but not least for the evening, we have our terribly talented, our salacious, our I already said wonderful, our kind dear friend, Rachel.
Hey, that's me. Well, you can find me here on Sundays, which is my only tabletop game currently. And then you can find me on my Twitch channel, which is at Rachel Elizabeth, where I play things like Dead by Daylight and Skyrim. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably be playing Dead by Daylight on Tuesday and Skyrim Friday. And if I stream in between then, I don't know what it'll be. You never know with me. Or what I'll be doing.
It's funky. Just leaving it in the air. Make them guess. Yeah.
And that's it.
And stick around for just a second because we are going to go raid Indoor Adventures. But I'm LB Hackemup. This is my channel. We're live Tuesday afternoons, Thursday evenings, Friday evenings, and Sundays. This week I will not be on Friday Night Frights, but Lauren should be playing a wonderful game, a wonderfully spooky game. And on Tuesday, as always, I will be playing Dead by Daylight. Actually, I might play Alien Isolation because I got that, and so I might do that. I know it's scary, and I think that'll be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for my players for hanging out and being so wonderful and dealing with my bullshit and nonsense. So I guess until next time, I'm LB Hackemup. Hack recklessly. Bye!